And welcome to Spanish Fork 17 for our coverage of 5A Utah High School baseball. I'm Elliot Scharfs, and I'm joined today by Hayden Nielsen. We're glad to be able to bring you today's game between the Timpanogos Timberwolves and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. What do you kind of expect to see in today's game, Hayden?
I expect a high-scoring game, but I also kind of expect a blowout by one of these teams, and it'll be interesting to see what we have here.
Yeah, yesterday these two teams faced off against each other. Timpanogos won 16-6 and really jumped on them right off the top, scoring 7 runs in the first inning and then 4 more in the second. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of a response Maple Mountain has today.
They were able to score 4 innings in the fourth inning. They were able to score 4 runs in the fourth inning, but just wasn't enough to be able to overcome that very strong start by Timpanogos.
Yeah, Mapleton made a little run at the end there, but it'll be interesting to see if they're able to bounce back. Sitting in 4th place in the region right now, Maple Mountain, that last playoff spot as we get down to these last 4 or 5 games of region play, really trying to fight for that spot in the playoffs. Timpanogos sitting at 7-3.
They're in second place right now.
Currently in second place, so they're in really good position coming into today. Maple Mountain has a 10-10 record, really been just average overall this year, and Timpanogos has been quite a little bit better.
It'll be very interesting to see this game, to see if Maple Mountain can actually come back, or if that last game between the two is just too much for them, if Timpanogos got in their heads maybe a little bit. But either way, they do also play tomorrow at Timpanogos.
Yeah, Timpanogos 13-7 on the year, Maple Mountain 10-10 on the year. Maple Mountain comes in having lost 3 in a row. Timpanogos comes off that nice 16-6 win 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And it'll be an interesting one. We have a beautiful day here in Mapleton at the ballpark. It should be a good game.
There's a little bit of wind, but other than that, there's nothing much going on here. It's just a nice sunny day. We got some clouds coming in from the northeast. It looks like that could be a little bit rainy, but hopefully we'll avoid those.
We'd like to thank our sponsors for today's game: the Tony Basso Auto Group, the Car Guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, and Dickerson Automotive.
The Timberwolves of Timpanogos High School and the Golden Eagles of Maple Mountain.
And we are getting ready to
remove your hats as we honor America.
Honor America with our national anthem.
This afternoon is Maple
So please take a moment with me to hear our nation's anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting nearer, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There's not a whole lot better than starting off with the anthem for a baseball game.
Yeah, we got the anthem, and now we're ready to play some baseball. The only thing we're missing right now is little peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and some hot dogs.
Maybe some cotton candy.
Each half of the first
But you know, we can't complain. We have a beautiful day here. And as Maple Mountain takes the field, tell me a little bit about Jake Walker, their pitcher on the mound today.
So Jake Walker is a junior. He has been pitching pretty good this season. He's only made 7 appearances, but he has a 3-3 win-loss. His ERA is 2.39, and he has pitched 29 innings this season.
Yeah, really solid, 2.39 ERA. One of the better pitchers on this Maple Mountain staff, looking to bounce back after a tough one yesterday.
And doing the pitching this afternoon is Jake
Well, let's go through the Timpanogos lineup that he's going to have to be dealing with today. Leading off for the Timpanogos Timberwolves in today's game is the junior, left fielder Tyson Hines. Batting second, Davis Kirby, the shortstop. Batting third, Spencer Olson, catching behind the plate. The senior center fielder Derek Aquinto will be hitting the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth for the Timberwolves, Tennyson Pay will be playing right. Playing second and batting sixth, Zach Swick. Playing third and batting seventh, the junior Carter Wild. The sophomore Paxton Richards is playing first and batting eighth. And the senior Dallin Earl, it will be DHing today for the Timberwolves.
Jake Walker looks very good in his warm-up so far. He just pitched a couple right down the line. And as Maple Mountain gets into their huddle, talks over their game plan one more time, it'll be interesting to see how their first at-bat goes.
Yeah, one of the keys to today's game for Maple Mountain is going to be getting off to a good start. They gave up 7 runs yesterday in the first inning. And do you know, if they get down early again today, mentally that's kind of a draining thing, having lost 16-6 yesterday.
They also have to be smart with their pitchers because they are playing again tomorrow, so they will have to be able to rest them. They'll be able to use them. Jake Walker has not pitched in too many games this year, so it'll be interesting to see how he does.
Yeah, middle game of a 3-game set, and the first pitch from Jake Walker, there is a ball inside to junior Tyson Hines, the left fielder, who is leading off today for the Timberwolves. And a nice breaking ball hits the outside corner and brings the count even at 1-1.
Tyson Hines averages .404 batting average.
Yeah, Hines is one of the better hitters on this team, hitting over 400 on the year. And he drives the ball to center. And a nice play out there by Dawson Hall for the quick out, number 1 in the top of the first.
It'll be interesting to see what Dawson Hall does. He is actually committed to BYU, and he will go there after his 2-year mission.
Davis Kirby.
Yeah, Dawson Hall, one of the better players on this Maple Mountain roster, and with a nice play out there in center to start off this game.
Dawson Hall is just a stud of an athlete. He's a great basketball player. He was the leader for this team. Even though they didn't play too well, and it'll be interesting to see how his career plays out at BYU after his senior year here.
And a ball in the dirt to start off Davis Kirby, the shortstop. And Kirby hits a ground ball to the left side, and it's bobbled by the shortstop Jake Roberts, and he will reach first safely. That was a nice hit, nice line drive ground ball there to the left.
And that's a single for Kirby. Now batting for the T-Wolves.
And Kirby gets a single, a one-out single, and the Timberwolves are in business here in the top of the first. Now batting, the senior catcher, Spencer Olson.
Spencer Olson currently has, he has 29 hits on the season. So pretty good. His batting average is .439. which is very respectable.
Olson went 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 hits and 3 RBIs, so really was a force to be reckoned with in yesterday's game.
Yes, he was. Jake Walker tries to scare the runner back to his base at first.
And the 1-0 coming to Olson. And Walker throws over to first again. And Davis Kirby gets back safely. Really being careful with him on first there, even though he's not getting that big of a lead.
Doesn't look like he's taking much of a lead off at all.
And Olson hits a ground ball up the middle, and it gets past the diving Ethan Bergerstrom, the second baseman.
Goes right under him.
And there will be first and second with 1 out here in the top of the first. Olson with the single up the middle. Olson on first. Davis Kirby moves up to second. We have first and second with 1 out here as Derek Aquinto, the senior center fielder, steps up to the plate for the Timberwolves.
He hits a .388 on his batting average, and he currently has 23 runs this season.
Yeah, lots of high batting averages on this Timberwolves team. Lots of great hitters at the top of this lineup. 400, 350, and higher.
Runner on second.
Quinto scores around to bunt, but pulls back and takes ball one in the dirt.
Very nice by McAllister to be able to contain that, so that that runner at second couldn't advance to third, being able to contain that low ball to the dirt.
Yep, first and second with one out now. And another pitch low and outside.
He's stealing third.
And he gets in there just under the slide as Davis Kirby is able to steal third with one out here. Nice throw down by the catcher, Jarrett McAllister, the Maple Mountain catcher behind the plate there, but it was just a little late.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough. It seemed like he just barely got there. It looked like it could have gone either way.
Well, now they got first and third with one out, and the Timberwolves are in
They're in business.
They're in business with runners on first and third and only one out.
Let's see if they can get back off to that fast start just like they did 2 days ago.
And the pitch is low and outside. And Jake Walker falls behind 3-0. Only one out here. No runs in. And a 3-0 count.
Hopefully Jake Walker can calm down and get his first strike. I don't think he's even gotten a strike yet so far.
Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit today, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. It's real early though, so he still has a long time.
And the breaking ball drops in there for a strike to bring the count to 3-1. Third baseman playing in like he wants to make a play on the plate if there's a ground ball over to third. Second and short playing at double play depth, trying to get a double play to get out of this inning here with no damage. Oh, and he's got him picked off. Is he? But a bad throw makes it so that he's able to get into Spencer Olsen, is able to get into second safely.
The freshman could not make the throw to second base, and now we have a runner on second and a runner on third.
Yeah, Tyler Nelson catches that ball. Jake Walker makes a nice pickoff move, and they should have an easy second out there, but instead they have second and third here and a single drive-in two.
Only one out.
And he drives one to the second baseman. Ethan Bergerstrom makes the play for the nice out, but a run will score on the play. And that is an RBI for Derek Quinto on the ground ball to second. But there are two outs now here in the top of the first.
2 outs, and we're at 1-0 for the Timberwolves.
And Timberwolves get on the board there.
We got Tennyson Pay up to bat next. He's a senior. And he has a .280 batting average, so maybe not the best on the team, but that is all right. He has 9 runs this season and 14 hits, 12 RBIs. He has a chance to get another RBI here.
And that ball is ripped foul off the bat of Pay to bring the count to 0-1.
Foul to the left.
That ball's in the dirt, but a nice block there by Jarrett McAllister to keep it in front of him, and that brings the count to 1-1 here with 2 outs in the top of the first.
That's 2 pitches now that Walker's put right in the dirt. He have to start getting a little bit more focused. Maybe he's just got those early game jitters. Let's see if he can get back into the game.
And a ground ball to short. And Jake Roberts fields it, makes the throw over to first, and it is in time to end the top of the first, and the runner from third will not score. What a nice play by Jake Roberts there over at short.
That was a very clutch play, making sure that he could not get that next point.
Really charged that ball well, made a nice throw over to first. But in the top of the first, that is 1 run on 2 hits for the Timberwolves as they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game. The Tony Basso Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen Watt, attorneys at law, and Dickerson Automotive.
Quinto's in center.
Maple Mountain improved a lot right there from their last inning against them. 2 days ago, they scored 7 runs in their first inning, and this one they only scored 1, so Maple Mountain has already been improved.
Kim Nelson. Kim Nelson.
On the mound today for the Timberwolves, coming out now in the bottom of the first, is the junior Tyler Thomas. Tell me a little bit about Tyler Thomas and what we can expect to see from him today.
Thomas has a 2.39 ERA, which is interesting because it's the same as Jake Walker's. And he has, let me see here.
And he's 0-1 on the year, 7 appearances.
He's pitched 26 innings, and he has 19 hits allowed, 15 walks, 20 strikes, and 1 home run.
So he's been good this year as well.
Maple Mountain only has 2 home runs on the season, though.
Yeah, the Maple Mountain lineup today, leading off, Jarrett McAllister, the catcher, batting second, Jake Roberts, the shortstop. It's a nice play to end the inning in the top of the first there. Ethan Bergerstrom playing second, batting third. Dawson Hall playing center and batting fourth. Bailey Reno playing right and batting fifth. Tyler Nelson, the first baseman, batting sixth. Cole Rollins playing third and batting sixth. Justin Hartman, the DH, batting seventh. Orlando Corona, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Jake Walker to round it out. And leading off today for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles is Jarrett McAllister, the catcher. And he takes that pitch up high. And Tyler
McAllister has played in all 20 games this season. He has a 3.28, well, he has a 328 batting average, and he hits one
ball
high.
Is popped up high. Will it get out of play? And a nice catch over there by the first baseman, Paxton Richards, over in the Maple Mountain dugout to lead off in the bottom of the first.
Very nice hustle by both him and the catcher to make sure that that ball does not go out of play and they get that first out.
Yeah, that's a tough play getting over into the dugout there.
For sure. Next up, we got Jake Roberts.
Shortstop number 18, Jake Roberts.
Roberts, number 18, is a senior.
He's got 17 hits this year, and he'll take a ball to start off.
Roberts is hitting .327 on the year over 19 games, so really solid average from your number 2 hitter here. And he drives one to center, and it will drop for a base hit. And a nice line drive single up the middle with one out here in the bottom of the first.
That was a very nice hit.
Tyler Thomas came at him with the fastball there, and he just turned it right around, hit it right back at him up the middle.
Now batting is the second baseman, number 22, Ethan Bergstrom.
Batting third now for Maple Mountain, the junior second baseman, Ethan Bergstrom. And he lays down a bunt, but it will go foul.
Bergstrom hits a very respectable .528 on the year. He has played in all 20 games, and he has 28 hits.
Yeah, the junior Bergstrom's got the best average on this Maple Mountain team. Looks like this year he's been their best hitter, and there's a reason he's batting third.
There he is. Let's see if he can make something happen here for the Golden Eagles, who really need to get out to a better start than they did 2 days ago. Pitcher scares the runner back to first base.
Another throw back, and he's safe.
A little bit closer that time, but still no real worries for...
Jake Roberts gets back quite easily there. Tyler Thomas trying to keep him close.
We got Dawson Hall up next, the senior.
And the pitch just off the outside corner as the count falls to 2-1.
He's getting the signs from his coach over at the third baseline.
And Tyler Thomas throws over to first again, but Jake Roberts gets it back easily. We're here in the bottom of the first. There's one out and a runner on first. Timberwolves scored one in the top half. Golden Eagles trying to answer back here in the bottom of the first. And that's a ground ball to short, but the runner was stealing. They only have a play at first, and he beats it out.
Very nice to get back
And that's a
to
basic
there.
single for Bergstrom.
Bergerstrom with the single. And there's now first and second with one out.
Dawson Hall.
Davis Kirby over there at short. Fields that ball, but throws it a little low in the dirt. Couldn't get enough oomph on it there. And
Wasn't able to get it there in time, and now we have runners at first and second, and Dawson Hall has a good chance to get an RBI right here. Maybe bring in that runner from second. He's a left hitter.
the left-hander takes strike one from Tyler Thomas to fall behind 0-1.
He committed to BYU about 2 months ago. I'm really excited to see if he does do anything at BYU. I really hope that he makes an impact there. Ooh. And in the throwback to second, the second baseman drops the ball, which makes the runner safe.
Yeah, Hall's hitting .283 on the year with 16 RBIs. With one out here in the bottom of the first, this is a good RBI opportunity for Hall to drive in a couple. And he hits a fly ball down the left field line. It's drifting foul, and it will land foul, and that'll bring the count to 0-1.
It's interesting. The wind is going to that left side. It'll be interesting to see if that ball has any impact with it, though.
Or 0-2, sorry, the count to 0-2. Yeah, a little windy today. Not too much of a breeze, but beautiful day for baseball. And that changeup just stayed up for ball one.
Looks like we are having the clouds come over our head a little bit, though. Hopefully we can stay away from any rain and keep on playing on this beautiful day.
And he fouls it back to stay alive, and the count stays at 1-2. Dawson Hall at the plate. The senior center fielder here for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Dawson Hall is a leader on this team. He's one of the team captains. He was a team captain on the basketball team also. He's just got that leader spirit in him.
And a fastball up and away brings the count even at 2-2. Dawson will be looking to help Maple Mountain get off to a little bit of a better start than they did yesterday, giving up 7 runs in the first inning yesterday, falling behind early. And he fouls it off to stay alive at 2-2.
The catcher will go and talk to the pitcher, try to make sure that Tyler Thomas knows what he's doing, and then talk it over. The catcher, Spencer Olson, for Timpanogos.
Yeah, Olson and Thomas, the pitcher-catcher duo today, are both juniors, so they've been playing with each other for all these years, and they have a nice repertoire together. And the ball is hit down the left field line. It's drifting down the line. If it's fair, it could be a double, and it lands just foul.
Shame, but the Timpanogos left fielder looked like he was getting to that one, but would have been able to bring in that runner from second.
Now still first and second here with one out in the bottom of the first. Maple Mountain trailing 1-0. Dawson Hall has a 2-2 count here. Really ripped that fastball down the line, and it just tailed foul. A little bit unlucky there for Dawson.
Most of his foul balls have either been hit directly behind him or to that left side, so.
And he pops it up to third, and the third baseman drifts back. The shortstop calls him off, and Dallas Kirby makes the play for the Timpanogos' second out here in the bottom of the first.
We got Bailey Reno coming up next. Reno, excuse me.
Yeah, with 2 outs now in the bottom of the first. The sophomore, Bailey Reno.
He hits 462 batting average, and he only has 5 runs and only 6 hits on the year. So he's only even hit in 6 games.
Yeah, it's impressive that they have a sophomore starting in their lineup today. Really a young underclassman.
Maybe they're trying to save some of those players for tomorrow's game. They did have a quick 3 games, all against Timpanogos this week. Had one 2 days ago, the one today, and they have another one tomorrow.
And the fastball up and away brings the count to 1-0. Reno's the right fielder for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
There are runners on first and second, but there are 2 outs.
Reno tasked with trying to drive in these runs. And he hits a fastball up, and it's right down the line. It looks like it's going to be a tough play, and it will drop fair, and it will be a single, and the runner from second will come around and score, and Jake Roberts will tie the game at 1 here in the first off the RBI single from Bailey Reno.
Already a better start than yesterday. They didn't even have a run in the first inning, so they have their first run, and they have Tyler Nelson up next.
Yeah, after falling behind 7-0 after the first inning yesterday, the Golden Eagles came to play here in Mapleton 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Tyler Nelson, the freshman first baseman today for the Golden Eagles, now up at the plate. And that is a ground ball to third. And he fields it, and he steps on the bag, and a nice play by Carter Wild to end the inning, but not before a little bit of damage was done. 3 hits in the bottom half, a single from Roberts, then Bergstrom, and then Reno drives in the run.
Could have been worse, though. Maple Mountain did leave 2 players on base.
Well, after 1 inning, we're tied at 1 here in this Utah high school baseball game between Maple Mountain and Timpanogos. We'll be back in a minute.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
And we are live here and back in the top of the second. Both teams scoring 1 run in each half of their inning. And as we head to the second, it is 1-1 with Timpanogos coming to the plate. Elliot Sharf's here with you, and Andrew LaRose joins me here in the booth.
Hey folks, how we doing? Hope you're doing great, because it's a beautiful day for baseball, and it was a fun first inning for us here, tied up all 1-1. Got the Timpanogos Timberwolves here up against the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. And our first batter up here is number 15, Zach Swick. Rips it down the left field line there, right by his third base coach, and that is foul.
In the first at-bat today for Zwick, he went 1 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs in their 16-6 win.
Certainly would be hoping for a repeat of that performance as he takes strike 2 there. In the hole here early for Swick. Walker puts that one low, and that is ball 1. 1-2 count here to Zach Swick. Certainly Maple Mountain's got to hope that Walker calms down here a little bit. Was a little wild in that first half. Throws the curveball there. Swick's able to foul it off.
Yeah, Jake Walker's got a nice breaking ball today. Coming from that left side, it can be tough on the hitters, but a little bit easier as a righty facing that pitch. But
yeah, you're able to see it a little bit better. Here it comes. He's able to get it high, but it is ripped foul right down the right field line there.
Zwick is hitting .298 on the year in 18 games with 14 hits and 12 RBIs.
Definitely a reason that Zwick is in the heart of this Timberwolf order, that's for sure. Still fighting here, 1-2 count. And he swings it in the dirt. Catcher picks it up, gets it over to first, and that is out number 1 on the inning, the strikeout for Walker.
Strikeout for out number 1.
And that's the first strikeout today for Walker. Really dropped a nice breaking ball in there on him. Got ahead in the count, pitched ahead, and then dropped the breaking ball in there to get Zwick swinging.
Just what the doctor ordered, that's for sure, Elliot. Needed that lead-off out in the inning for a pitcher is so important. Getting that first out helps to calm the nerves down, that's for sure. Now we got Carter Wild up. He loops it out into foul territory. Third baseman giving chase, but it is over the fence. That is strike 1 to Carter Wild.
And Wild is the junior third baseman for the Timberwolves this year.
Got a nice swing there from the left side. Brings some balance to this Timberwolves lineup. A couple of righties here before him. Interesting battle here, lefty on lefty. A little behind on that one, too. Fouls it off behind the backstop for strike 2.
And so far this inning, Jake Walker's done a good job of getting ahead. Another batter in an 0-2 hole here.
Looking a lot better, that's for sure. Keeping it calm. Oh, just outside for ball 1. You know that Walker wanted that one.
Wild went 1 for 4 yesterday with 2 RBIs and scored 3 times.
Beautiful, wow. Yeah, well, wasn't everyone scoring in that last game.
Yeah, when you score 16 runs, everyone's going to have at least 2 or 3, it seems like, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And the pitch here. Another curveball. Tried to get him to chase, but he doesn't. He lays off it for ball 2. Certainly a lot crisper looking here for Walker. Prepares for the 2-2 pitch. A little bit high. Brings the count to full.
Yeah, tried to get him to chase that high heat up there. It looks so good to the eyes. He makes you want to swing at it, but he did a nice job there, Wild, laying off that.
So dangerous. So dangerous. Full count. Another curveball loops it into foul territory. Third baseman once again giving chase, but just out of his reach.
Yeah, that ball is really tailing with the wind today. It's kind of carrying it a little bit to the left. We've had lots of foul balls on that line, and no one's really been able to get over there and make a play on any of those.
Wind is carrying them. We're carrying them good. Slicing for lefties, and it's curving more towards the pole there for righties. If you're a righty, this is a great day to try to pull the ball. Not the best day for a lefty to try to pull it. You're going to probably see a lot more hits out to left field. Full count here. And he watches it for ball 4.
Wild draws the walk.
That was the first walk there.
Yeah, last batter he got his first strikeout. This batter he gets his first
Now batting,
walk of the
first
day.
baseman number 21, Paxton Richards.
First baseman number 21, Paxton Richards up for the Timberwolves.
Richards is hitting .333 on the year over 16 games.
Respectable. Oh, what a shot, but it goes foul. And that's one that you want to stay fair.
Yeah, that may be the best ball that Timpanogos has squared up today.
That ball
really
was
a
struck.
shot.
Yeah. Talk about exit velocity on that one.
Yeah, with all the analytics we've got going on today, I want to know what the miles per hour off the bat that was.
I need to know these things. All right, pickoff move over there at first base. Wanting to keep Wild a little bit close there. Don't let him get too big of a lead.
Richards went 1 for 4 with a run yesterday.
There we go. And he drives it. Oh, and it goes right over the shortstop's head, and we have another base hit here.
Yeah, Jake Roberts should have made that play right there. Line drive right at him. But
Richards.
Just didn't time that jump right, and Richards is on base, and we have runners on first and second for the Timberwolves. And Jake Walker, who had been impressive here for the first couple of batters in the inning, now has got himself into some trouble.
Yeah, last inning got the leadoff out and then gave up back-to-back singles today. Or in the second inning again, leadoff out and then a walk and a single. So back to the exact same situation he was in the first inning.
Same old as the bunt is pulled back there. Now is ball 1 to Dallin Earl. Earl is the designated hitter for the T-Wolves. Number 9 hitter. Hoping to do something productive here as they turn the lineup over to the leadoff hitter. Lays down the bunt, and it is a beauty. It fools everybody, and he is safe on it. The bases are loaded here in the top of the second for the Timberwolves.
It's a bunt single for Earl.
What a beautiful bunt right there. Squared around. Laid it beautifully down the line, 10, 15 feet, and there was no play on that. There's a reason he's hitting 359 on the year out of the 9-hole.
Yeah, I mean, if you can lay a bunt like that, you're going to get on base every time. that was a thing of beauty. All right, and that brings up the top of the order. We've got Tyson Hines, left fielder.
And Maple Mountain trying to avoid a big inning here, giving up 7 in the first yesterday and then 4 more in the second, down 11-1 after 2. Today, the first inning so much better, 1-1, but it can get out of hand quickly as we see.
Yeah, it could get dangerous right here. Here's the pitch to Hines. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch for strike 1.
He really pulled a string on that one, dropped it in there. Made Hines look a little silly.
Yeah, he did. Making it look easy out there, and he's gonna need to get an out here with so many runners on base. That one's in the dirt for ball 1.
McAllister's been really solid behind the plate today, as we were talking about in the first inning. He blocked 2 pitches to kind of keep the ball from runners being able to move up here, and with the bases loaded, you really got to avoid that situation here.
It's so important to avoid it. 1-1 count. It's high for ball 2. Walker hoping to avoid the early noise here in the second inning. Hopefully get a quick out here. Big hack there by Hines, but it just foul tips it to the backstop for strike 2. Hines now working on a 2-2 count. Bases are loaded here. So any good base hit here is most likely going to score 2 runs. You know that Walker's probably got that in the back of his mind as he gets ready for this particular pitch.
Yeah, 1-1 here in the top of the second. Timberwolves looking to do some damage.
At this point, anything can happen. This is one of those scenarios that can turn a game. Here's the pitch. Swings through it, and we have strikeout number 2 for Walker.
Walker records a strikeout for out number 2.
Yeah, second strikeout of the inning for Walker.
The batter's the shortstop.
And boy, is that a big one.
It's his 18th strikeout on the year.
Nice.
In just over 30 innings pitched.
All right, now we've got Davis Kirby up for the Timberwolves, sophomore shortstop. Kirby watches the curveball for strike 1.
Kirby made a nice play at short to end the last inning. Sometimes you make a nice play, you come up and your bat feels a lot better too.
Yeah, you just are feeling all sorts of great after plays like that. See what he's got in him here at this 0-1 count. Oh, he mashes it, but it is very foul.
He was a little too excited that time.
A little too eager. When you want to be the hero, that bat speeds up real quick. All right, 0-2 count here to Davis Kirby. Hoping to get at least one of these runners across with the bases loaded. It's a great opportunity for the Timberwolves. Takes the curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Kirby yesterday went 3 for 4 with 2 runs. And in the first inning today, he singled. So
nice.
4 for 5 this year against the Timberwolves.
He's feeling it there. 1-2 count. Ooh, little low, just a bit low there for ball 2.
And Jake Walker saying, what do I have to do to get this guy out? He's 4 for 5 against us in the games we've played, and we need that call to go for us there.
I was like, this is the guy that we need to get out more than anybody else on this team. It's been nothing but getting hits. 2-2 count. Oh, and he ropes it out to center field. Center fielder dives for it, but he is unable to come up with it, and that's going to be bringing in a couple of runs here. Beautiful stroke by Davis Kirby, scoring 2 runs on that one. A 2 RBI single here late in the top of the second for Davis Kirby.
Yeah, Carter Wild comes in from third there. Paxton Richards in from second, and Dallin Earl moves over to third as Kirby reaches first with the 2 RBI single there.
We are now 3-1 Timberwolves over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles here early in the top of the second. Still 2 outs here. Got Spencer Olson up at the plate. Big senior catcher for the Timberwolves. Takes that one low for ball 1.
Yeah, center fielder made a nice effort on that play out there. Dawson Hall just barely missed it on that diving catch, and once again, Kirby able to drive in a few more runs and be the nemesis for the Golden Eagles.
He's insane. That's 5 of 6 against the Golden Eagles. They don't want to be seeing Kirby in the batter's box ever again at this point.
I'd be happy to be 5 of 6 on 2K.
Right? Yeah. Those video game numbers there. Little pickoff move there. Keep him close at first. Here comes the 1-0. And it hits him right on the thigh. And that will reload the bases up. Not what you wanted to see there from Walker.
Olson barely flinched when he got hit by that ball.
Yeah, big boy. He was just like, jump change. 'Tis a flesh wound, you know. Looks like they are bringing in a pinch runner for him.
The batter is the center fielder, Aquinto.
Up now is Derek Aquinto, center fielder for the Timberwolves, number 17. Again, the bases are loaded here for the Timberwolves. Bit of a scary situation. This inning could really get away from Walker if they get a hit here. Tries to groove in the curveball, but no go. It is ball 1.
You mentioned a moment ago we have a pinch runner on first now. The pinch runner is the senior, number 2, Logan Johnston. Johnston actually played yesterday, went 1 for 3 with an RBI, and now he's got a chance to do a little run on the base path.
There we go. Still getting involved, even though he didn't start. It's nice. Got a foul ball there for strike 1. Aquinto, the cleanup hitter for the Timberwolves. Certainly there are a whole bunch of runners here to clean up. So this is the situation that he wants. Rips at it, but fouls it behind the backstop for strike 2.
Yeah, Quinto's hitting .388 on the year with 1 homer, 3 triples, and 14 RBIs.
All right, yeah, there's some pop in this bat, that's for sure. Probably why he's cleaning up. That would make sense. Nice average there, .388. Just a bit high and a bit outside there for ball 2.
Now this is the situation that Quinto dreams of coming to the ballpark. Bases loaded. Chance to add to his RBI total. Team's already got the lead here, 3-1 in the bottom of the second.
And instead, he gets an RBI, but not the way that you want to get one, as he gets hit in the back. That'll bring in another run, and we are now 4-1.
Quinto was hit by the pitch. That'll score a run.
Yeah, Dallin Earl comes in to score there, and the bases remain loaded. And Jake Walker is really starting to implode here a little bit after getting 2 outs, looking like he was going to be able to get out of the inning unscathed. They've been able to score 3 here, and the second batter in a row that's been hit by a pitch.
Absolutely, looked like he was looking fairly sharp here at the beginning of the inning with that strikeout, and had another strikeout here right before these couple of hit batsmen. So it's the wheels might be coming off here for Walker, but certainly Maple Mountain's got to hope that he can get that final out here in the inning and just just get out of here and hand it over to the bats. It brings up Tennyson Pay, number 10. And we have got a pop-up. Nice. Walker's able to get under it. And there he gets out of the bases loaded jam. Unfortunately, hit a couple batters, and they got 3 runs in the inning, and that moves us into the bottom of the second. It is now 4-1 Timpanogos over Maple Mountain. We'd like to take some time to thank our wonderful sponsors: the Tony Basso Auto Group, the Car Guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christensen, Wise Attorneys at Law, and Dickerson Automotive.
Well, on the top of the second there, Timberwolves able to cash in for 3 runs, take a 4-1 lead, and now it'll be a test of Maple Mountain's resilience after falling behind big yesterday. Will they have a little bit more fight in them today to be able to fight back and try to get into this game?
Certainly, they've got to hope so. With certainly the Timberwolves definitely jumped out way early yesterday. 4 runs, still a little bit of a deficit, but not nearly as bad as the 11-run spot that they got put on a couple days ago on Tuesday. So, I'll take 4-1 over 11. So we'll have to see what the bats can do here for Maple Mountain. See if they can get going here against Tyler Thomas.
Yeah, all 9 hitters coming to the plate there for Timpanogos that inning.
Yeah, that's usually not a recipe for success on the other end of things. If they're batting around, usually spells trouble.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Golden Eagles.
Leading off here for the Golden Eagles is the
Cole Rollins.
Third baseman Cole Rollins, number 12. Number 7 hitter here for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. See if he can start something here. Nubs it over to the pitcher. And we've got a bit of a wild throw there, but they are able to corral it, and that is out number 1 for the Timberwolves. Got a decent swing on it, but it looks like it just went right off the end of the bat and just squirted over towards the pitcher.
Either that or it jammed him and it just popped up. But either way, he definitely didn't get good contact on the ball there, and that was an easy play for the pitcher.
That's for sure. Yeah, you can't draw it up any easier than that. And we got Justin Hartman up. Hartman takes it for strike 1. It's the designated hitter for the Golden Eagles.
Hartman did not play in yesterday's game, so this is his first action against the Timberwolves this season.
Nice, figured maybe a fresh set of eyes up there at the batter's box might be good after getting pummeled in the last game. Takes that one right down the pipe for strike 2.
Yeah, at least confidence-wise, he hasn't recorded an out against the Timberwolves so far, so he's got to have a little bit more confidence coming up at the plate than the guys that were playing yesterday.
That's right. Takes a hack at that one, and it goes down the first baseline foul.
In 18 games this year, Hartman is batting .244 with 9 RBIs.
Looks at that one for ball. It's ball 2 there. From my vantage point, that didn't miss by much. 2-2 count here. That one, on the other hand, did miss by a lot. Throws that one in the dirt. Brings the count to full.
Yeah, that one was 3 or 4 feet in front of the plate when that one bounced up there. So
yeah, it's a problem when it's in the grass. Count full here to Hartman. Rips it right down the line, and third baseman lays out for it, but is unable to get under it, and that is going to be 2, it looks like. Beautiful piece of hitting there by Justin Hartman. Laces it right down the left field line, and that is the first extra base hit for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, that ball was ripped right down the line, right inside third base, and third baseman playing pretty close to the line, made a good effort there, but I think even if he comes up with that ball is a base hit either way.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way he's making that throw in time.
The batter is the left fielder, number 24, Bo Corona.
Brings up Corona, the number 9 hitter for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Playing left field today. Corona takes it low there for ball 1. Certainly a good opportunity here with a runner in scoring position for Corona. Hopefully be able to get some of those runs back. Pops it up, rips it out there, but it is a foul ball.
Yeah, Hartman with his second double of the season with the last batter, so really helping set up this situation for Corona to try to drive in a run and get one back.
Absolutely. Not something that you usually get to see here for a number 9 hitter, but we've got a nice scoring opportunity here early. Takes that one for strike 2. 1 and 2 count here to Bo Corona.
Corona, the sophomore, is also a wrestler here at Maple Mountain.
Is he really? Kind of has that build. I could see it. Real athletes can wrestle. I'm always impressed with them. Takes that one high for ball 2. Well, certainly in a bit of a wrestle here with Tyler Thomas. 2-2 count. Needs to fight hard here, see if he can't get a pitch that he likes and get this run across. Pickoff move. Wanting to keep Hartman close to the bag there. Still a 2-2 count here to Bo Corona. Bottom of the order here has done some good stuff here for the Golden Eagles. Rips it, but it is once again foul. A little ahead of that one.
Corona is one of 4 underclassmen starting today for the Maple Mountain team, so really they have a young team this year.
Yeah, it means that they'll be able to develop, be able to take the experience that they're getting from this year and hopefully be able to have that capitalized for next year. And he rips it right at the pitcher. It goes off the pitcher, and it is sprayed out into left field. And sure enough, that is going to score Justin Hartman from second base. We have an RBI single from the 9-hitter, Bo Corona.
RBI for Corona.
And a nice answer here from Maple Mountain with the bottom of the lineup coming up. The 8-9 hitter getting a double, then an RBI single, a little bit of a lucky bounce off of the pitcher there.
Yeah, you definitely will take it where you can get it, that's for sure.
And they went out to take a look there at Tyler Thomas, but it looks like he's okay. And he's gonna be able to stay out there here in the bottom of the second.
That's good. It's always unfortunate when someone gets hit by a line drive. Definitely want to make sure that they're all right. Shake it off, big boy. So that brings up the top of the order here for the Golden Eagles. Brings up McAllister. Takes it for ball 1. It's like McAllister popped up to third base in his first at bat. He looks at that one right down the pipe for strike 1.
McAllister went 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday, one of the few bright spots for the Maple Mountain lineup.
Absolutely. That's probably why he's up at the top of the order. Figure he can be a spark plug for the offense as they check the runner over there at first base. Make sure Corona doesn't get too big of a lead. And that is grooved right in there for strike 2 to McAllister.
Yeah, Tyler Thomas did a nice job dropping a breaking ball in there to get ahead 1 and 2. Really get himself in good shape here.
Another pickoff there. Now, off speed is such a good weapon there for Thomas. If he can be consistently throwing that for strikes, it can be a rough day here for the Golden Eagles. But McAllister digs back in here on the 1-2 count. He takes that one inside. It's ball 2.
Yeah, it's one thing to be able to throw the breaking ball and get a swing and miss, but it's a completely different thing to be able to throw it for a strike. When you can throw that breaking ball for a strike, it really sets you up well to be able to get ahead of the count early, then you can finish them off with the fastball.
Oh, just able to get a piece of it there. It's so critical. It's all about that, getting the bat speed thrown off a little bit, moving the eyes of the batter, and yeah, if you can get that off-speed pitch going, it just can be really dangerous for the batters there. Oh, that one is ripped right back at Thomas, and he gets the double play. Certainly a better option than what happened to him last time with getting hit on the foot. This time it goes right to the glove, and he turns the double play, and we now have a score of 4-2, still in favor of the T-Wolves, and we are moving on over to the top of the third inning.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, our coverage of this wonderful game. The Maple Mountain Golden Eagles squaring off here against the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Score is currently 4-2, heading into the top of the third in favor of the Timberwolves. Timberwolves were able to score 3 runs in the past inning. The Golden Eagles were able to answer with another run, getting some coverage there from the bottom of their order, but then they were leadoff hitter there, McAllister, lined into a double play to end the inning there. Very unfortunate for the Golden Eagles.
Yes, it was.
Leading off the top of
A
the
little
third
bit of
inning
luck, but
for
he did make that
Timpanogos.
play work. It was pretty skillful, too. Takes a great amount of concentration to be
The
able to
second
catch
baseman,
that.
Swick.
Yeah, it was certainly not an easy play, and that's more of a reflex check than anything else. It's more of a I need to save my life, as opposed to actually truly making a great play. It was, but it's more about saving your life.
Definitely stunned that runner on first. Jake Walker might need to be a little bit more careful. He has been throwing a lot of these balls kind of wild. He has a strikeout or two, but he also has been getting these more and more wild as the game has gone on.
Yeah, he certainly has been a little more wild than you would like to see, and that is 1 ball and 1 strike to Tennyson Pay, the right fielder for the Timberwolves. Takes that one outside for ball 2.
We got the 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball's hit high up, and it is caught by the first baseman.
Tyler Nelson makes the catch for out number 1.
Beautiful catch there by Tyler Nelson. It's always a little bit of a struggle when it goes out into foul territory, and you also gotta make sure you know who's getting the ball there. With Walker also heading on over there, gotta make sure to call him off so you're not bumping into each other.
Tyler Nelson, the freshman, will be here for a couple more years at Maple Mountain. He'll be getting some great experience as he goes on.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a freshman playing first base, oh yeah, you're probably going to be playing all 4 years, and that is going to be a boon for that Golden Eagles team once he gets to be an upperclassman.
It'll be interesting to see if that experience will even propel him on to the next level. That's always the goal of these young high school players, to be able to get to that college level and keep on their baseball careers. McAllister drops the pitch, but it is all right. There is no runners on base, and we have 1 out, 1 strike, and 1 ball.
Batter here is Carter Wild.
That'll go for ball 2. Little bit low there.
Nice hitters count here, 2-1. You know that.
Ooh, and he is hit by the pitch, and that is the third one for Jake Walker. He has got to be careful, because that is never a good thing to be hit by the pitch 3 times.
Yeah, I guess that's another way of defining a hitter's count. He literally got hit by the ball, so that's three hit batsmen there for Walker. He's got to figure out a way to get the ball over the plate as opposed to hitting the other batters.
He's definitely got into his own head, it looks like. He's got the balls going everywhere right now. He's just got to be able to get them over the plate a couple of times, and hopefully he'll get himself back into this game.
Absolutely. Just calm it down a little bit. That's all he needs.
He is a junior. This is his second year on the team. He was on the team last year, although he did not get very much experience. And that is a bobble by the left outfielder, which will be... Didn't really affect anything because he only got the first anyways, but he did bobble it, which was dangerous.
Yeah, that's another single there for Paxton Richards. He is 2 for 2 on the game with that single. Certainly doing some work there for the Timberwolves. Man, the bottom of each of these orders is really impressing me. You got the 8-9 hitters for Maple Mountain that produced the run in this past half inning, and now you've got the number 7 hitter on and the number 8 hitter on, and now the number 9 hitter, Dallin Earl, up for the Timberwolves.
The designated hitter for them. He's a senior. He'll take the first one as a strike. Reminder, it's 4-2 in favor of the guests, Timpanogos. We are in the top of the third here.
Down Earl, the designated hitter, he's a senior for the Timberwolves.
Showing bunt, goes back.
Probably a wise decision there.
As it takes his first ball.
Earl is a .359 hitter on the season, so pretty impressive for a guy that's batting in the 9th hole. Also has 14 hits on the year.
See if he can add another one right here, or if he'll just bunt it to get that second baseman to third. He hits it down to third. He bobbles it. He makes the throw, and it is safe as the first baseman actually dropped the ball. He is coming away a little bit injured here.
Cole Rollins with a little bit of a bobble there, and it forced him to...
He's going and talking to his coaches right now, and it looks like they are going to need a sub for the first base.
It's Tyler Nelson.
Tyler Nelson, the freshman, is injured right now. It looks like he has injured his wrist.
Going in for the dig on that one. Looks like it tweaked him up a little bit.
He'll be looked at by Krista, the athletic trainer. She's a very good personal trainer. She helps all the players at Maple Mountain.
Awesome. Give him a quick look, and looks like he's heading into the dugout. Young man's gonna probably need some ice on that. That's for sure. That did not look very pleasant.
Coaches are talking it over right now, discussing if they're going to need a sub or not. While we have this break, we'd like to remind you guys to go and check out our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Maybe go give those a like and subscribe to that YouTube page.
That'd be nice. We'd appreciate that. There's plenty of great content there. Obviously, all of our baseball games here for Maple Mountain and for Spanish Fork are on that YouTube channel. So definitely go take a gander at that. Look at some previous games that we've had, and also you'd be able to view the games here live as well on YouTube. So go check it out.
There are plenty of other very interesting things on that channel. Spanish Fork TV does a great job of getting around the city, checking out things. It's a good way to keep up with your community.
Now playing first base.
Looks like we have got another
Mikey
We
Peterson.
are, in fact, getting a sub here for Nelson.
It is Mikey Peterson, the senior.
Mikey Peterson stepping in there for Tyler Nelson
How
after
about
that
for the
unfortunate
T-Wolves?
injury.
Number 2, Logan Johnston.
Mikey Peterson played catcher last year when they were in the playoffs. But it looks like he has been moved to first base as McAllister has taken over that catching spot.
And the bases are all loaded up here for the Timberwolves. Let's see if Walker can get out of yet another bases loaded jam.
Here comes the pitch. And it is a nice strike right down the middle.
Batter is Tyson Hines. He is 0 for 2 on the game, the leadoff hitter for the Timberwolves. He flied out to center field in his first at bat and was a strikeout victim in his second one.
He would love to change that here as he has a great opportunity. He hits it. Foul ball to the right. Out of anybody's reach for sure. Way out there.
It's a nice off speed there by Walker, kind of throwing him a little bit off his swing.
Got a pitcher's count, 0-2. And it'll go foul along the third base line.
Third base coach couldn't come up with the play. I'm a little disappointed in him. Tried to barehand it there and kind of squirted it away from him. It's okay. That's why he's coaching.
Yep. 2-0 to play, so you got to coach.
That's right. I'm getting there.
And that'll go another foul ball. So we still got the 0-2 count for Jake Walker.
Walker getting him to chase that high pitch, but he is able to just get a piece of it there to foul it off. Thankfully that top of the fence is there, otherwise that could have been going at our heads. And I'm not ready. I don't have my glove.
Nope, that's why we're not out there playing. And it is a nice hit down to the right baseman. It'll bring in a hit for Timpanogos, and they will go up. And it'll bring in another one maybe, as there's a bad pitch. Bad throw, excuse me, down to the catcher, but they are able to corral it and keep that runner at third.
Base hit, RBI for Johnston.
It's 5-2 in favor of Timpanogos, and that was a good RBI.
That's a beautiful hit there by Tyson Hines, who is able to take that one the other way through the gap there between first and second. And man, these Timberwolves they still have their bats. They certainly were hot in Tuesday's game, and looks like they still are clicking right away here in today's game. Looks like they brought on a pinch runner here. That's number 2, Johnston. And therefore, Tyson Hines.
Batting, Kirby.
We got Davis Kirby in the bat right now. There is one out, no strikes, no balls. And the first one will go in for a strike. It'll be low but to the right, but it still managed to be in the box, and Jake Walker gets a strike.
The curveball really has been his weapon today. The fastball's been getting rocked, but he has been able to use that curveball fairly effectively to keep the batters a little bit off pace and is able to throw it for a strike.
Bat down to third. He throws it home, and he gets the out to keep the score 5-2. That's 2 outs right now. Bases are still loaded.
Davis Kirby, the shortstop, grounds into that fielder's choice there. Smart move by the third baseman to throw it on home. Cuts down that run. Bases may still be loaded, but they did avoid that extra run there, so we are still 5-2. Good play there by the third baseman.
Now the pressure is on for Walker, trying to get out of the inning with 2 outs and bases loaded. Let's see what he can do. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 1.
Strike 1 there to Spencer Olson.
Here Here comes the second. Swing and a miss again. That's strike 2. We got 2 strikes, no balls, bases loaded, and 2 outs.
Looks like this is Walker's opportunity to get out of this inning. Once again, he's got himself in a bases loaded jam, just like the previous inning. Just needs one more good pitch here, and he can get out of this one.
And it is hit down to the third baseman, who cannot corral it. He tries to throw it to first, and he gets him out. What an amazing throw from the shortstop. It looked like he was going to be able to get on base after the third baseman bobbled it, but Jake Roberts was able to throw it to Peterson, and they actually escaped. That is a very big missed opportunity by Timpanogos, leaving 3 runners on base.
Phenomenal play there, phenomenal play. Way to get out of that inning.
Walker did a ton better in that one. We would like to thank our sponsors right now. We have Tony Basso Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Christensen Wise, Attorney at Law, State Farm Lance Wilson, MVP Sports, and 2 Jacks Pizza.
Every time we talk about 2 Jacks Pizza,
my mouth starts to water.
It gets the mouth watering, it gets the tummy gurgling. I've brought it up on every single broadcast I've been on, but man, those barbecue chicken cheese sticks are...
Oh man, I've never tried those. I've just had the regular cheese sticks, and those are amazing. Oh my goodness,
you need to try them, because it's a game changer. It really is just, it's just a thing of beauty, that's for sure.
As Maple Mountain will come up to bat, they will be trying to come out of the little hole they've created for themselves. It's 5-2, and it'll be the bottom of the 3rd inning. Up to bat, we have Jake Roberts, who just barely made that amazing play to close out the inning.
Roberts had a single in his first at bat. He is one of the 2 runs that have scored so far for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
I'm sure he hopes that he can get back there and get this score a little bit closer.
Absolutely. Certainly a repeat performance of that first at bat has got to be on his mind.
Let's see what Thomas, the junior pitcher for Timpanogos, can do here. He gets a strike. It looks like it just barely slid into that box for him.
Again, Jake Roberts, number 2 hitter here for Maple Mountain. He is batting .327 on the season.
And he rips one down the third baseline, but it will go foul.
And that's why. Dude can crush it. .327 on the season, got 17 hits, has scored 12 runs as well. Very important part of this Maple Mountain lineup.
Swings at that one, and he misses, and that will be a quick 1-2-3, you're out.
Unfortunate at bat there for Jake Roberts.
Strikeout for out number 1.
Falling victim to the strikeout there to lead off the inning.
The batter is Bergstrom.
Next up, we got Ethan Bergstrom. Bergstrom is a junior. Ball goes high for ball 1.
And I can't say enough good things about this kid. This kid's a junior, and he's already their best hitter. He has been phenomenal so far this season, and that's got to be encouraging for Maple Mountain's future.
Even though they might not be having the best year, it's not a terrible year. They still are in 4th place, but even though they're not having a year they are certainly used to, they still have a lot to look forward to in these next few coming years.
Absolutely. They're still vying for a playoff spot this year.
This game is very important for their playoff hopes. Only a couple more games left, and they do sit in that last playoff position.
It's going to be important for players like Bergstrom and some of these other young players to get some experience here this year. And if they can get a taste of the playoffs this year, it may help them come next year.
Dawson Hall is waiting on deck.
Again, Bergstrom leads this team with 28 hits on the season. Certainly looking for another one.
And he actually gets to take his base right there.
Bergstrom gets the walk.
Hey, getting on base in any way that you can. the walk is definitely one way to score a run.
And here comes Hall.
Dawson Hall, the center fielder, he popped up to short in his first at bat.
It's really interesting to hear all these guys' music as they come up to hit. Whatever motivates them to hit the ball farther, I guess.
Absolutely. That walk-up music is so important for these athletes. It's that thing that gets them pumped up and gets them ready for the at-bat.
He rips at the first one, but it will go far to the left and foul.
He was ready to swing. I guess that pump-up music certainly worked. Came hacking.
Let's see if he can hit one in the actual play of field this time. He throws back to first. Runner tags up and is safe.
I definitely want to keep the dangerous Bergstrom close to the bag there.
He
wouldn't want a ball to squirt away and potentially get him over to second.
He is very speedy. That ball's low for ball one. We have one count, one out. We have a one runner on first base, Bergstrom. And Dawson Hall is the one hitting right now. Tries to bunt, but he ends up having the bat too far forward, and he goes strike number 2.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that is Hall's forte there. He kind of just went at that one and poked at that one. Probably should have pulled that one back. Really kind of odd seeing a cleanup hitter trying to lay down a bunt anyway, but that did not look great.
He swings at that one, and the runner will be safe. He wasn't going to beat him, and the pitcher wasn't able to get to first base, so Timpanogos honestly looked very confused right there. And
yeah, certainly a bit of miscommunication there as the play was made by the second baseman there, but a first baseman's drug away, and the pitcher should have been there to cover, but wasn't exactly hustling over there, and so the second baseman tries to do his best to run over there, but just not in time, and that is a nice piece of hitting there by Hall.
Just not enough right there. And he will swing at that one, and he will miss. The batter is 25 Bailey Reno with 2 on base. We have 1 at first and 1 at second.
Reno certainly one that can do some damage. Reno had a single in his first at bat. Certainly love to see a single here.
And that'll go for ball number 1. We have a 1-1 count. This is a great opportunity for Reno, seeing that they are down by 3, and who knows, maybe he can even get a home run and tie this one up.
Oh, absolutely. You obviously would love the long ball here.
Maple Mountain only has 2 home runs on the season, though, through 20 games. Not a whole lot going for them in that category.
Yeah, not a whole lot of power, but hey, sometimes you know what? You don't necessarily need the power. You just need to get it into a lane. Get it somewhere where, get it anywhere where the defense isn't. That's going to produce your runs. It doesn't always have to go over the fence.
Just get on base. He hits that one high to right field. The right fielder gets under it, catches it. Runners tag back up, but no damage was done. That'll be the second out.
For out number 2.
And 23, Mikey Peterson is up next. Remember, he came in for Tyler Nelson after Tyler Nelson was injured on that right wrist, it looked like, trying to get one of those runners out.
Absolutely unfortunate play there for Nelson. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully the training staff is figuring out what they need to do to get him all healed up.
Maybe we'll see him back in this game later.
Certainly hope so.
But for now, Mikey Peterson is the at-bat.
Absolutely. Let's see what Peterson can do here.
He took his first one, swing and a miss, and that's a strike. He thinks about going at that one. He doesn't, but it's strike 2. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 runners on base.
Peterson on the year is a .233 hitter. He has 63 plate appearances, so he's a regular for the team. Does have 10 hits on the season as well.
He's got to figure something out here. We don't want to leave those two runners stranded on base.
Absolutely not. This is a great opportunity here for the Golden Eagles to get some runs back here and kind of get themselves a little bit more into this game with that 3-run deficit.
Reminder, Maple Mountain is in the black and Timpanogos is in the white. Ooh, and that one came dangerously close to Mikey Peterson's face as he had to dodge that one a little bit.
Oh yeah, just a little bit of chin music.
Oh man, I would not like to be in that situation.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't have the reflexes.
I can tell you from experience, it's not fun.
And he foul balls and hopefully hits nobody in the head as it goes behind the batting cage. We got a 2-ball count with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be the end of the inning. As Maple Mountain cannot do anything. They did have 2 hits, but it was not enough.
There were no errors. 2 runners left. Still 5-2.
And it is still 5-2. And we will be back in just a moment.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Yeah, you're on play-by-play. And we are back.
Yeah, welcome back here in the top of the 4th. It's 5-2. Elliott Sharps here with Hayden Nielsen. And last inning, Maple Mountain had a good opportunity to put up a few runs there, and they didn't do it.
It was rough, but hopefully they can just keep Timpanogos where they are right now. They are still in striking distance.
Jake Walker still on the mound for Maple Mountain.
Leading off.
As the Golden Eagles trail 5-2 as we head to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Timpanogos Timberwolves is the senior center fielder Derek Iquinto.
Looks like Jake Walker is getting more and more comfortable as the game goes on. He does have 3 hit players though, so let's try to keep that at a minimum this one.
And that ball is ripped to center, and Iquinto drives a single up the middle for his first hit of the game. He reached on a hit batter back in the 2nd inning. And now he's got his first hit of the game here in the top of the 4th.
Dawson Hall corrals that, throws it back in, but the damage is already done, and he's on first base.
And the pitching coach is going out there to talk to Walker, and it looks like we'll have a meeting out there on the mound as the senior, number 10, Tennyson Pay, the right fielder, comes to the plate.
Definitely got to calm down, Jake Walker. They cannot let this game get out of hand right now.
Well, Walker, against Pay today, induced a ground ball to short and then caught a fly ball, a pop-up right to him. And then the next hitter up, Zwick, he also struck out and got a pop-out as well. So these next 2 hitters are both 0 for 2, so he's got a good chance to bounce back against some hitters who he's had some good success against today.
Hopefully he can grab some confidence from those 2 guys again and get out of the inning. Currently we have no outs and just the runner on first.
Eight hits today allowed by Walker. He'd only allowed 19 all season in 26 innings pitched, so he's struggling against this good Timpanogos offense. And a ground ball to third, and it gets by the diving third baseman, and it looks like it'll be a double.
As the left fielder could not corral that. That's Orlando Corona. He wasn't able to corral that, and that actually let the runner get to third base.
Yeah, Cole Rollins over there at third today has really looked shaky. He has not looked like he has any idea what he's got going on out there. The coaches have been repeatedly yelling at him to get his head in the game, and he consistently hasn't been making the right plays.
He is a freshman, though, so he is young, and that's not certainly no real excuse, but hopefully he can grow, and this can be a learning experience for him.
And it looks like the pitching coach is coming out there again. We'll have another meeting out here on the mound.
You have to wonder if there's going to be a change soon.
Yeah, after that double by Tennyson Pay, it looks like he's going to be done, and we have a new pitcher coming into the game.
That is McQuivy. He pitched last game. He allowed a home run in their last game against Timpanogos.
Chips and drinks. There's also restrooms in the same facility.
McQuivy is significantly taller too.
Yeah,
Very tall dude.
Number 13, the right-hander, will look to bounce back after a rough outing yesterday in which he really struggled as the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles lost 16-6.
Yeah. Devin McQuivy is a very athletic kid. He plays on the basketball team also, but hopefully he'll be able to bounce back, get some confidence back. He certainly looks like he has some confidence pitching right now, warming up.
Yeah, yesterday he was able to record 1 out, but he gave up 6 hits, 7 runs, and 5 earned runs. So really, definitely his worst outing of the season yesterday. Really trying to bounce back today to try to bounce back from really a tough outing. I mean, 7 runs and 1 out. Really a killer for your team.
The pressure is definitely on just to try to keep Maple Mountain in this game. Try not to get this game blowout like it was 2 days ago. They do not want to give up another region game, seeing as they are in that last playoff spot.
Down 5-2 here in the top of the 4th. There's runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. How we got here this inning, we had a leadoff single from the senior Derek Iquinto, and then a double by Tennyson Pay moved him over to 2nd and 3rd. And now the senior second baseman, Zach Swick, will have the opportunity to drive in a couple runs here with a base hit.
So Jake Walker is done for the day, and now we are with Devin McQuivy. We will see how his first pitch goes.
Yeah, Walker's final line, 3+ innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs so far, but a couple more out there on 2nd and 3rd that are also his, depending on how the rest of this inning plays out. And a leadoff ball
goes to the right of the box, it looks like.
And Devin McQuivy throws a breaking ball in there to bring the count to 1-1.
McQuivy already looks like he's playing with a lot more confidence than Jake. Jake looked very nervous in there. Although McQuivy is a senior, so he does have that extra experience.
And that ball is fouled off to the right side, and that will bring the count to 1-2. This year in 24 innings pitched for Devin, he has allowed 29 hits, 29 runs, and 21 earned runs. A lot of those coming yesterday, though.
Yes. Too many of those coming.
And that fastball is up to bring the count even at 2-2.
Unfortunately for these Maple Mountain pitchers, Timpanogos has made their stats a little bit worse. Jake Walker's significantly worse today. His stats line does not look as good.
And that ball is hit high to left. The left fielder is back. And a nice catch out there by Orlando Corona. The runner will tag from 3rd and score as Derek Iquinto comes in to score, and that is the first run of the inning for the Timberwolves. A nice sac fly there from Zach Swick, but that is the first out of the inning.
And we are at 6-2 with a runner on 2nd, but no outs like you said.
Yeah, Tennyson Pay still on 2nd there. The junior Carter Wild, the 3rd baseman, up at the plate now. Wild walked back in the 2nd inning and then got hit in the 3rd and came around to score, part of that big inning when the Timberwolves scored 3. And he squares around to bunt, but pulls back and takes ball 1.
Smart decision right there, not to go full out for that one.
And this Timpanogos offense is really impressive. They're hitting .346 on the season coming into today's game, which is
really impressive.
Yeah, and that ball is hit high to center field, and the center fielder looks like he's got it. He makes a play on it, and he catches it, and that is 2 outs here now in the top of the 4th.
That was Dawson Hall, the senior, with the catch.
Yeah, Dawson with a nice play out there. Came in, settled himself, caught the ball, and was able to hold Tennyson Pay on 2nd there.
Dawson Hall's had a pretty good game so far.
That's 2 quick outs here now for McQuivy.
And let's see if he can get out of the inning with only 1 run scored for Timpanogos.
And that first pitch is a strike to Paxton Richards, the sophomore first baseman. Paxton has 2 singles today in the second and third and came around to score in the second. Yet to retire him today, but McQuivy has not faced him.
Nope. McQuivy facing a lot
and that
of these
ball
guys
is popped up down the right field line. First baseman's making a chase at it, but that ball will drop foul as the count falls now to 0-2. McQuivy getting ahead nice and early here.
Yes, he is.
After being hit so hard yesterday, it's nice to see him come back with some confidence. And
he looks like he has a smile on his face on the mound, and he looks like he's ready to go.
With runners on second and third here with nobody out, if he's able to get out of this only giving up 1 run, none of them credited to him because he didn't put them on base.
Didn't put them on. And there's only 1 runner on second. There's no runner on third.
And that pitch is up as it brings the count to 1-2. Tried to get him to swing at that high cheese there, but Paxton Richards wasn't swinging at it.
Not going to be fooled this time.
One-two pitch now, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And the breaking ball catches Richards, and he will head down to first base as that's another hit by pitch today by the Maple Mountain pitching. 3.
That's 4 now.
3 from Jake Walker, and then the fourth one
from Walker. And
then 1 from McQuivy here as the Timpanogos batters are really taking a beating today.
They might have a couple of bruises from this one. They do end up getting on base, but they are definitely earning their base runs.
Yeah, the 9-hitter up now, Dallin Earl, the DH, the senior, number 4.
Let's see if McQuivy can bounce back from that right there.
And the fastball a little bit outside, and the count falls to 0-1. Runners on first and second here in the top of the fourth. Timpanogos is up 6-2, having scored 1 run so far this inning. Earl's reached base both times today, singling in the second and reaching on an error back in the third.
And that'll be a 2-0 count right now from McQuivy, getting himself into a little bit of a hole here. We certainly don't want to see another runner on base.
Yeah, the defense has a nice force opportunity here. They can go to any bag they want with 2 outs here to get out of this inning. And that pitch is a fastball right on the top of the strike zone, and that brings the count to 2-1. A nice bounce back pitch there after falling behind 2-0 to really trying to get back into this count.
Shows that he still has some confidence. He hasn't let himself get into his head. We really do not want him to get into his head at all because Maple Mountain's already in a hole as it is.
And that pitch low and in the dirt as the count falls to 3-1 here to Dallin Earl. And Earl has a chance here to drive in a few runs with runners on first and second.
3 balls and 1 strike, and then the 2 outs.
That ball is fouled back, straight back, and Earl just missed it. When you foul it straight back, you know you're just on in.
Very close. He swung with a lot of power right there.
And McQuivy's now got him right where he wants him. Full count. A
2
strike
outs.
away from getting out of this inning.
It'll be a heartbreaker if he can't get out of this inning and he ends up giving up more runs. That'll be detrimental to his confidence.
That ball is popped up, fouled back, and it'll get out of play as the count will stay full here in the top of the fourth as Maple Mountain tries to get out of this jam.
Try to get out of the inning without too much damage done. They only gave up 1 run this inning.
And Timpanogos has been chipping away little by little. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and then another one so far here in the fourth. So they've been consistent. They've been able to get at least 1 across in every inning, but
it's been very different from 2 days ago when they actually had 7 of their...
That ball is followed up down the left side, and the third baseman gets over there. Oh, and it just bounces off his glove. As Cole Rollins, again, the freshman third baseman, really struggling over there today. Did a good job of getting over there to that ball. He had a chance to make that play, but just wasn't able to come up with it.
Would have been a very nice play if he was, but as it stands, we're still at a full count.
But no damage done yet, even with that error there. McQuivvy's still a strike away from getting out of this inning with a full count and 2 outs.
Let's see if he can get that strike right here.
And that ball is low and in the dirt, and it is a walk. And the runners will advance, and the bases will now be loaded here with 2 outs as Timpanogos has a chance to really break this game open right here.
And if they do, there's really no coming back from Maple Mountain. I mean, there's a chance, but they do not want to get themselves into a bigger hole.
Yeah, 6-2, they're already in trouble, but a hit or two here, and they could be in big, big trouble. Hines at the plate now, the leadoff hitter. Singled his last time up in the third, but he flied out to center in the first and struck out in the second, so he's 1 for 3 on the day. And that first pitch is a fastball up and away for ball 1 as McQuivy falls behind early.
McQuivy needs his first out, his first strikeout right here to get them out of this hole that they are in.
And a fastball just misses on that outside corner right there. That's a tough one for McQuivy as he falls behind 2-0 now. And he drops the breaking ball in there for strike 1 as the count goes to 2-1 now for Tyson Hines, the junior left fielder for the Timberwolves. And that ball is outside, and it is 3-1 now. And now you have to worry about a walking in a run here.
If you walk in a run, that'll be very painful. You want them to at least earn their runs here.
Hines hitting .404 on the year with 21 hits. Definitely a powerful offensive weapon, and he swings at a ball up and away.
That'll be a full count with 2 outs, bases loaded. Very big situation right here.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Doesn't get much bigger than this right here.
Either you got a runner scoring or you get out of here.
And that ball is lined in the gap, and that's going to be a base hit for Hines.
That'll be 2 runners.
2 runs are going to score. The runner's also going to go over to third. Oh, and he's going to come home as well. The play of the plate's going to be close. It is safe, and the ball is dropped.
And the runner will advance to, the hitter will advance to second.
And 3 runs will score right there for the Timberwolves.
And he really hit that one open.
And we're going to take a replay at that one. What a big play in this game. Hines with a single to the left side, and the left fielder out there, Orlando Corona, throws it in, but they're just not able to get it in time as the guy from first is able to come all the way around.
Had a nice sliding effort that took off his helmet, but even if the ball was there in time, it just went through the catcher's legs.
And they were checking at home there to see if he had touched home plate, if that last runner had touched home plate, but the umpire says he did. Everyone is safe, and that is a double for Tyson Hines, a 3 RBI double, as it is now 9-2. The Timberwolves lead here in the top of the 4th.
Maple Mountain's got to find a way out right now before it's gotten worse than it already has.
And that is a leadoff strike to Davis Kirby. McQuivy looks so strong coming in, getting 2 quick outs, but since then it's really been downhill. And that ball is popped up down the right side, and the first baseman has a play on it, and Mikey makes a nice play over there at first to end the inning, but not before the damage is done.
And that was a nightmare for the Golden Eagles.
The T-Wolves, there were 4 runs on 3
and there was 4 runs on 3 hits there for the T-Wolves as they now lead 9-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Maple Mountain really needing to capitalize and come out strong and put a few up on the board here in the bottom half to prove they're still in this game. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game: the Tony Basso Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 2 Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, and Dickerson Automotive. Well, that was a rough inning for Maple Mountain as they now trail 9-2 as we head out to the bottom of the 4th.
This is turning into the game that was 2 days ago. Another big blowout here, and it's a game that Maple Mountain cannot really afford to lose. They are only 1 game ahead in that playoff spot right now.
Well, we're going to take a look at our next game now, our next broadcast, Monday, May 7th at 3:30 p.m. we have the Spanish Fork Dons against the Lehigh Pioneers here on SF17 Sports. So be sure to tune in next Monday, as that should be a good one between the Dons and the Pioneers. The Dons only have one loss in region play so far this year.
They are destroying it out in that region.
Yeah, other than a strong pitching performance by Jamison, Finch, and Orem in that complete game shutout, they're 8-1 so far in region play this year, and really have been impressive. And as we head now to the bottom of the fourth, the freshman third baseman Cole Rollins will be up at the plate. Struggled a lot in the field today. Had the play in the second inning. He grounded out to the pitcher. He'll be looking to get things started here in the bottom of the fourth to try to help get things going.
They need something now. They need something big.
And the first pitch is a fastball up and away to Cole Rollins. Tyler Thomas still out there on the mound for the T-Wolves, and he's pitched really well today.
He has. He's held them to 2 runs.
Well, and that hit him. It just caught him right on the jersey.
It looks like it just barely nicked him, but he does get to take his base, and that is a pretty good way to get on base.
Yeah, if you're going to get hit, there's no better way to get hit than just to get a little brush like that, and then you get to go down to base.
You don't want to get hit full on. You don't want to get hit at all, but if you're going to, that's definitely the way you want to.
In the stat book, it counts as a hit batter, so you can still look tough even if it really didn't cause any pain to you.
Oh, yeah. Those are some good stories for school tomorrow, for sure.
The 7-hitter up now, Justin Hartman, the designated hitter. And he lines it to the third baseman, and it is caught, and they throw it back to first, and Rollins is doubled off, and that is a double play. What a killer.
That was a very nice catch and throw right there.
Wild makes the catch and throws over for the double play, 2-way.
And that is the second time today that Maple Mountain has been doubled off on a line drive.
The first one was the one where the pitcher, it was like straight to the pitcher, right to the chest, and he just turned around and threw it. That one was
Corona.
Low, and the shortstopper was able to catch it and throw it into first.
They teach you to freeze on the line drive. They've really not been freezing enough today. They've been running, and that's been really killing them. And now we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Double play, pitcher's best friend, as Tyler Thomas has got to love that. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth, and Orlando Corona, nicknamed Bo on this team, is at the plate, and he grounds one down the third base line, and that ball bounces just foul.
If it did stay fair, he would have been on base because the first baseman bobbled, but as it stands, he'll go back and hit again.
Yeah, almost stayed fair. Bounced foul at the last minute right in front of the base, and now Corona's facing an 0-2 hole with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the bottom of the fourth.
As you said earlier, Corona is a wrestler. He actually placed at state this year on the Maple Mountain wrestling team. I can't remember what place it was exactly. I know it was the top 5, though, when he went to state. He's a very talented kid, and he has a bright future ahead of him at Maple Mountain.
Yeah, if he's placing in the top 5 of state in wrestling, if he's starting on the varsity baseball team as a sophomore, definitely quite an athlete, and he's got quite a bright future ahead of him.
He is a definitely very built kid. You can definitely tell he is a wrestler.
That ball is low and away as brings the count even to 2-2.
Nice catch by the pitcher right there. It was right into the dirt, and he was able to scoop that up before it even went far away.
Yeah, Corona back in the second inning had an RBI single, brought around the second run for Maple Mountain, but he swings at the breaking ball out and away there, as that is a strikeout for Thomas, and that will end the inning.
That was a very quick inning for Maple Mountain, not what they needed.
Yeah, no hits, no one left on base because of the double play, even though there was a hit batter. And after 4, it is 9-2 Timberwolves. We'll be back in a minute.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
And welcome back in the top of the 5th. in this 5A high school baseball game between the Timpanogos Timberwolves and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Last inning, 4 runs for the Timberwolves, none for Maple Mountain as they extend their lead from 5-2 to 9-2 and really take a stranglehold on this game. Andrew LaRose back here with me, Elliot Sharfs, as we enter the top of the 5th. And what do you think Maple Mountain needs to do here?
Well, need to get some outs here. Part of it has been they just haven't been able to get to them early. Usually Timpanogos have been able to get some runners on early in the inning, and it just keeps piling up for them. That was 3 straight innings where they've had the bases loaded, and so for Walker, he was able to kind of squirt out of a couple of them, but McQuivy got rocked in that inning, just kind of playing with fire the entire game.
The catcher, Spencer Olson, the senior, takes strike 1 right there, swinging through it. And a ground ball up the middle. And the shortstop slides and makes a nice play, but that is going to be beat out by Olson. A nice effort there by the shortstop, Jake Roberts, but
the single.
No real chance on that play right there.
No, absolutely. That was just a well-placed ball there by Olson. It was still great effort, able to slide over there and potentially, it could potentially stop the double there. Because, was slow rolling enough that potentially the center fielder may not have been able to get to it before the throw to second. So still a great play there.
We have a pinch runner on first base, Dalton Iquinto, the senior. Derek Iquinto, my bad there.
There we go. That's 1-0 there. Cleanup hitter for the Timberwolves, Derek Iquinto. Certainly has got a nice, sweet lefty stroke.
Yeah, his brother pinch running on first. He's at the plate. It's a brother combo right here.
That's right. Powered by the love, brotherly love, Oh, nice pitch there. Spins the curveball in for the strike to Iquinto. 1-1 count.
Quinto's had a nice day today. Singled back in the 4th, got hit in the 2nd. He's been on base 2 of the 3 times he's been at the plate.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely take that.
Again, when you score 9 runs, there's a pretty high likelihood that you're going to have a lot of guys on base.
Yes, there is. And well on his way to another one here. 2-1 count after that ball. Certainly worked himself to a nice hitter's count here.
It's been a rough couple days for the Maple Mountain pitchers, giving up 16 yesterday, 9 so far today.
Yeah, definitely not great for your earned run average, that's for sure. Sprays that one behind the backstop foul.
And that will bring the count to 2-2.
Going to be key here for McQuivy to get some outs here. That is just gotta stop the bleeding a little bit here.
Quinto went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs yesterday.
So he's certainly been feeling it, that's for sure. Looks like they appeal over, and that is going to be a strikeout for McQuivy. Quinto goes down.
Yeah, he wasn't able to hold up there. And that is the first out of the inning here in the top of the 5th.
That is key for McQuivy. If he can get some outs, prevent some runs here, that's going to be the only hope here for Maple Mountain for them to be able to get back in this game, is just stop this powerful T-Wolves offense and get their bats going in this next half inning here in the 5th.
Tennyson Pay at the plate right now, the senior right fielder. Pay grounded out to short in the 1st, popped up to the pitcher in the 2nd, but then had a nice double in the 4th.
Yes, he did. It was a beautiful piece of hitting there by Tennyson Pay.
That double drove in a run and really helped get things going for them in that big 4th inning.
Yeah, that 4th inning is what really blew this game open for the Timberwolves, is that strike 2 there to Pay.
Pay is a big kid.
Yeah,
looks like he's about 6'4", very skinny, but looks like he can drive the ball.
Hey, isn't everybody skinny in high school? That is high in the sky. Shortstop's able to camp under it, and that is an out.
Roberts
is out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, Jake Roberts has been one of the real bright spots today for that Maple Mountain Golden Eagles team. On the defensive side of things, he's made a lot of really nice plays. One really comes to mind when the third baseman botched the ball, bounced off to him, and he was able to pick it up and throw a guy out with the bases loaded to get out of the inning.
Brilliant. Just a great shortstop over there. It's been very valuable to them on the defensive side, as you've been saying, Elliot. That brings up Zach Swick here. Takes a low for ball 1. Few things are better on defense than a shortstop with range. Certainly able to cover up some mistakes of other players and able to get the balls that normally other people don't get to. That one is in the dirt, and that's going to send DeQuinto over to second base.
And one brother gets out, but the other one's still on base, moving over to second there.
That's right.
And Zwick now here with 2 outs. And a runner on second, has a real chance to drive in a run here and add to that 9-2 lead.
Yes, he does. A nice hitter's count here, 2-0. Make it 3-0.
Yeah, fastball misses just up. Now he's really in a hitter's count. You expect up 9-2, you're going to just let him swing away here.
Oh, yeah, why not? If he sees something he likes, let it rip. He did not like it, and that is ball 4.
Swick gets the walk.
That is Zwick's first time reaching base today.
Nice. Looks like he was the lone Timberwolf that hadn't gotten on base yet, so they at least have everyone is in on the fun at some point in this game.
Yeah, on the bus ride home, he didn't want to be the one guy that had to say, I was the one guy that didn't get on base today. And now he kind of got to the party a little bit.
That's right. Now he can't get heckled. Okay, fouled off there by Carter Wild, third baseman. That's strike 1.
Wild, one of the 4 recipients today of a hit by pitch. As this Timpanogos team has really taken a beating on their way to this 9-2 lead. They've earned every bit of it.
They really have. Like 4 hit batsmen. That is not a small number. That is for sure. Takes that one for another strike. 0-2 count here to Wild.
Wild walked back in the second inning, reached, like I said a moment ago, on a hit by pitch in the third, and then flied out to center in the fourth. So he's had an at-bat in the second, third, fourth, and now the fifth. This is the 4th straight inning that he's going to get a plate appearance.
That is just crazy. That's when you know the offense is clicking. If you're basically batting every single inning, good things are happening for your team. Oh, and he rips it out into the alley, but the left fielder is able to camp under that, and that is the 3rd out of the top of the 5th. Timpanogos is still up in this game, 9-2 over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles as we are heading into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base there, but no runs for the Timberwolves, and that is their first inning this game where they've not been able to put up a run.
Boy, did the Golden Eagles need that one. Good job there by McQuibby to silence the Timberwolves bats even just a little bit.
And the left fielder out there has been quite busy today. He's made a few nice plays. Orlando Corona.
Bo, man. He's been certainly active in this game.
And we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsors, the Tony Basso Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Christiansen Wise Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports, and Two Jacks Pizza. Beautiful day at the ballpark here.
Yeah, you can say that again. It is gorgeous. I'm getting a nice little tan today. I'm very happy with this. Got the sleeves rolled up. Gonna get myself a nice farmer's tan, So it's a nice day to be out at the ballpark. It's a day where I wish I had some nachos in my hand or a hot dog or something.
Or a little Two Jacks Pizza.
A little Two Jacks Pizza every time. Every time. I just want those barbecue chicken cheese sticks. It's just something that I need in my life, that's for sure. Looks like Tyler Thomas is still out there pitching for the Timberwolves. He's been quite impressive in this game.
Yeah, coming into today, He didn't have a win on the year. 2.39 ERA, 7 appearances, but 0-1. Yet to be able to pick up a win. If things hold steady, it looks like today should be his opportunity.
You would sure hope so. Like a 2.39 ERA. What are they doing? They're not giving him any kind of chance. You spin the ball like that, a 2.39 ERA, you should be winning games.
And you'd think that with an ERA like that, this Timberwolves team would be struggling if he was 0-1, but they're 13-7 on the year. They have a pretty decent record. They're in second place in the region, but they really just haven't been able to help him out much yet.
Absolutely, just sounds like it's been a spot of bad luck more than anything else, as that is strike one to McAllister, leadoff hitter.
Yeah, McAllister, the senior catcher on this team, has made a few nice plays blocking the ball behind the plate, and he rips that ball foul.
Oh, look out.
And the guy sleeping down the left field line almost gets hammered with the foul ball.
Dude,
there.
You better wake up, son. You're going to get wrecked.
This may be a 9-2 game, but that just woke up that guy out there in left field.
Yeah, no kidding. Up on your toes, up on everything. Now one's in the dirt for ball one.
And now it's 1-2 to McAllister. McAllister popped out to first base in the first inning and then lined into one of the 2 double plays that Maple Mountain has hit into today.
Now, so that was one of those save your neck type plays there by the pitcher. Just kind of threw the glove out there, and it's like, oh, look, I caught it.
You know, sometimes you just got to be lucky that it landed in your glove.
Absolutely.
And that ball is hit well to right, but the right fielder's got to beat on it. And he dives, and he's unable to come up with it, and that is a leadoff base hit for Maple Mountain here in the 5th.
All right. You're going to make up a 7-run deficit. That's the only way you're going to do it, is by getting the ball out into the outfield. Nice little piece of hitting there by McAllister, getting it into the gap, just out of reach of the right fielder. And that is your first hit there for McAllister in this game.
And only the second time in 5 innings that they've been able to get the leadoff runner on base today, with the hit by pitch last inning, but then immediately hitting into the double play to kind of kill the rally. This is their chance to really trying to kind of build on that leadoff base hit and hopefully put a few runs on the board to get back into this game.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's make this game interesting.
And no better player to have at the plate than your senior captain, your shortstop, Jake Roberts.
Absolutely.
Roberts singled back in the first, struck out in the third. What do you kind of hope to see from Roberts here in this plate appearance, Andrew?
Well, certainly with Roberts, you gotta hope that he just finds somewhere where the fielders ain't, you know? Hopefully, obviously, you'd love to advance that runner to third on any kind of hit, so you do want to try to look for something that you can take the other way, potentially get in between the first and second baseman or out into that center field, right field gap there. That's kind of that sweet spot, but also you got to just kind of take what the pitcher's giving you there. If he pitches you inside, you know what? Let it rip. Get down that left field line. But more than anything else in this at bat, Roberts just needs to get on base and not be an out.
The 0-2 now to Roberts. And Roberts hits it up the middle. And he stepped on second base, throws it over to first, and that is a double play. Nice play over there by Zach Zwick. The unassisted double play, and another killer for this Maple Mountain team.
That absolutely hurts. That is the exact thing that Roberts was trying to avoid, was to ground into that double play. Unfortunately, a nice play there by the second baseman. Corrals it in, tags the bag, and sends it right on over to first, and that is about the easiest way you can get 2 outs.
If there is one thing that's really been a killer for this Maple Mountain team today, they've hit the ball much better than they did yesterday. But the double play, that's the 3rd one today, and the defense for Timpanogos just continues to step up and put a stranglehold on this game as they lead 9-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it was an absolute rally killer, unfortunately, and especially now you got Bergstrom up, another one of your big hitters. Unfortunate to have the runners cleaned off the base.
Yeah, Bergstrom hits a ground ball to third, and a nice play over there by Carter Wild, and he throws it over to first, and that is another 1-2-3 inning. Well, with the double play, that kind of makes it a killer inning. And Bergstrom, who's been impressive all season, their best hitter, singled in the first, walked in the third. Grounds out there, and we are through 5 now. Maple Mountain 2, the Timpanogos Timberwolves 9 as we head to the 6th, and we'll be back in a minute here on SF17.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork. or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17 and coverage of this awesome game between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Timpanogos Timberwolves. The score is currently 9-2. Timpanogos Timberwolves once again proving their offensive might, just like they did in their game on Tuesday. The Golden Eagles, unfortunately, just the bats have not woken up yet against Tyler Thomas. I'd like to remind you that this game is live on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. You can also check out all of our games on that particular YouTube channel. Go check it out. There's some great stuff on there.
Yeah, and our next one, next week, Monday, the Dons against the Spanish Fork Dons against the Lehigh Pioneers at 3:30, so be sure to tune into that one, but we still have a good one here today as well.
Absolutely excited for it. That is ball one there to Paxton Richards, the first baseman for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, Richards 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, hit by pitch. He's scored a couple runs and really been a force to be reckoned with on offense.
Takes that one high and inside for ball one. Richards has just found his way on base every single time. Very impressive. All right, he skies that one up in the air, but it is going to get out of play. That is strike two. One-two count here to Paxton Richards. And that is ripped. Oh, and it is going to get past the second baseman, squirts out into the outfield, and that is a lead-off single for Paxton Richards.
Yeah, Richards having a nice day today. Third hit today, yet to be retired. They even hit him once to try to slow him down, but nothing's slowing down Paxton Richards today.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Really an impressive sophomore.
Very impressive sophomore. Certainly he's got a bright future for the Timberwolves. And the future's arrived already. He's been very impressive in this one, as it looks like they've sent in a pinch runner for him.
Pinch runner.
Yeah, he's hitting .333 on the year as a sophomore. Really not much more you can ask for as a coach. I mean, I know that Kim Nelson, the coach of the Timberwolves, has got to love production like that coming from his young guys.
Oh, absolutely. You'll take that all day and every day as Dallin Earl steps into the plate, designated hitter. He'll take that curveball for strike one. Earl batting at the bottom of the Timpanogos Timberwolves lineup, but he's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, he's hitting .359 coming into today's game. Not your average 9-hitter, and he
rips that one out to center field, thankfully for the Golden Eagles. Center fielder is able to camp under that one. That's Hall.
Hall makes the catch for the first out.
Makes the catch there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Dawson Hall did a nice job of getting under that ball and not letting it get by him.
The batter is Johnston.
They got the leadoff out here, and one out with the guy on first base, They got the first out of the inning.
That is in the dirt for ball one. McQuivey still struggling a little bit with his control in this one. That is strike one. Nice little piece of pitching there by McQuivey. Looks like we have it's a pinch hitter at the top of the order here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. We've got number 2.
Yeah, Johnston pinch hitting here. Johnston's a .350 hitter on the year.
And squirts that right in between second base, and they're able to get the one at second base, but they are not able to get the one at first base. Fielder's choice there for Johnston.
Roberts makes the play for the second out.
Yeah, nice play there by the shortstop, Jake Roberts again.
The batter is Kirby.
Absolutely sensational so far in this game.
Makes a nice play up the middle for the second out of the inning, and McQuivey looking to work a clean inning. McQuivey worked a clean inning last inning. The inning before that, he almost got out of a big jam, but ended up giving up 4. Only 2 of them were credited to him as he came in with runners on second and third.
That is in the dirt and away from the catcher, and that'll easily advance the runner over to second base. Johnston gets over to second on that one. And that's a 1-0 count now to the shortstop, Davis Kirby. Excuse me, 1-1 count there to Kirby. Takes that one upstairs, ball 2. With the pass ball there, gets another Timberwolf over into scoring position. Rips that one out towards right field. Nothing but a can of corn, gets right under it, and that is out number 3. McQuibby is able to limit the damage. No runs in that inning as we head on over to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Bailey Reno with a nice play out there in right field. And that is the second inning where they've been able to shut down the Timberwolves offense. And if they could get a few runs going here, maybe they could kind of chip back into that 9-2 deficit. But if the bats don't come alive, then this game's over.
It's unfortunate. It's a great relief effort by McQuibby, who unfortunately was rocked in the previous game on Tuesday, but certainly came out a little bit stronger in this one. That is for sure.
Yeah, Tuesday he got 1 out, gave up 7 runs and 5 earned.
That is just about as rough of an outing as you can get.
And as we head now to the bottom of the 6th, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game.
We got the Tony Basso Auto Group, the Car Guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, 2 Jack's Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen, Wise Attorneys at Law, and Dickerson Automotive. Heading now over here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Elliot, what's going to be the key here for the Golden Eagles to get their bats going?
Well, they have their cleanup hitter leading off, Dawson Hall, and obviously the first thing on 7, you got to make the pitcher work. Don't swing early. Try to work walks, work things in your favor, and if he can get on base, then it's just going to be a matter of not hitting into another double play like they've been hitting into today. 3 double plays they've hit into today, so really a rally killer there.
That there's just not a recipe for
Out the bottom of the
success.
6th inning.
A complete rally killer with those double plays. Like, it seemed like they were so close. They were so close on a couple of these innings, but that double play just swung the momentum right back towards the Timberwolves. As we've said here, Dawson Hall is the one stepping up to lead off the inning. Takes a big cut at that one for strike 1.
Yeah, in high school baseball, you usually don't expect the defense to be quite as good. You don't expect all these double plays. You expect a few more errors than at the college and, of course, the professional level. But today, the Timpanogos defense has really been impressive.
And Hall rips that one past the second baseman, and we have a lead-off single for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. That is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, great start here for Maple Mountain. If they're going to get back into this game down 9-2 here in the bottom of the 6th, it's got to start with the bats, and lead-off base hit is just what you need.
Absolutely. Dawson Hall with a nice piece of hitting there. That brings up Bailey Reno, the right fielder.
Reno singled back in the 1st, flied out to right in the 3rd.
Takes that one high, and he sends it over to second base, and that may just be, and it is, another double play for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Man, the Golden Eagles are just struggling with the double play.
2-way.
It really seems like every time they get a leadoff guy on base, that is the 3rd straight inning they've been able to get a leadoff guy on base. And every time the next batter has managed to hit into a double play.
Man, that just wrecks your spirits a little bit. It's like, get something going, and then boom, 2 outs just like that. And that there is strike 1 to Mikey Peterson.
And on the other side of things, it really boosts your spirits, because for the Timberwolves, it's just an absolute motivational boost to your team.
That's a dribbler over there to third. Able to make the nice play, and what a play over there by the first baseman to stab up there and prevent that one from going past him. That is the 3rd out of the inning, and it is just like that. 1-2-3 for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, and the score is still 9-2 heading into the top of the 7th.
wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Play this inning. And we're back in the 7th inning now, as it is 9-2. The Timberwolves lead the Golden Eagles. And we've had 2 consecutive scoreless innings here, as the Maple Mountain pitching has finally been able to settle down after giving up 1 in the first, 3 in the second, another 1 in the third, and that big 4-run 4th inning. But the bats just keep hitting into double plays, and it's really been a killer for them.
Absolutely. Like, even this past one, I was like, finally got a nice leadoff single there by Hall, and looks like they were finally getting themselves maybe set up for a nice rally. And just like that, easy 2 outs there. But hats off to Devin McQuivey here. He is able to bounce back quite nicely from his previous outing on Tuesday, where he, as we said, he got 1 total out. Whereas he's definitely done his job coming in relief here for Jake Walker.
And that first pitch is a ball outside as it gets by the catcher, but it doesn't matter as nobody's on base. McCallish has actually played quite well behind the plate today, blocking quite a few pitches. The senior catcher for the Timberwolves is up. Spencer Olson, as he turns and takes that pitch inside for ball 2. Fastball almost hit him, but not that time. That ball is popped up foul down the right-hand side, and that'll bring the count to 2-1.
I mean, with all the hit batsmen in this game, you almost thought that one was going to be a certain one. I was like, oh, it's getting close. It's like the ball's got a magnet on these Timberwolves' bodies.
Yeah, Olson already got hit once today as he fouls that pitch off again down the right-hand side to bring the count even at 2-2. He has 2 hits today as well, a single in the first and a single in the 5th. Did record an out once in the 3rd on a grounder to short, but with 4 hit batters today, there's pretty high odds that you're going to be one of the ones that gets hit. And back in the 2nd, Olson got a nice one there.
Yeah, he did. Nice little shiner there on his thigh. And he took it like a boss, too. He was just like, please, whatever, and just like trotted his way on over to first base. I mean, he is a mammoth of a kid. Like, you look at him, and he's built. So, I mean, I'm sure if it was an off-speed pitch, like, it probably didn't hurt him that much. It was just kind of okay, well, I get to go on base.
Yeah, it looks like he's at least 6'4", 220. You would definitely not want to mess with him in a boxing ring.
No kidding.
And that pitch is low and outside, and that brings the count full here to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th, Spencer Olson, the senior catcher.
Yeah, worked a nice count here.
And that ball is hit. It's a fly ball to right. And the second baseman's actually going to go back, and he makes a nice play there as Ethan Bergstrom makes a nice catch out there.
Absolutely. What a play there by Bergstrom, the junior second baseman, able to range all the way out there into pretty deep right field and is able to get the catch there. I thought for certain that he was going to get called off there by Reno. Instead, Bergstrom with the beautiful play.
Yeah, up the middle, that defensive combo of Roberts and Bergstrom today has been really impressive.
I'm highly impressed with those guys. They are.
Oh, and that ball is hammered to center field, and the center fielder makes a nice play out there. Dawson Hall for the second out of the inning as Derek Iquinto, the cleanup hitter, lines out to center for the second out of the inning.
It was a sharp hit ball, but again, enough. It was close enough to the center fielder there to be able to make that out. We've got 2 quick ones here.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered for McQuivey here.
Absolutely.
And a fastball fouled off down the left field side will get out of play, and that'll bring the count to 0-1 to the senior right fielder Tennyson Pay. Pay is 1 for 4 on the day with a double back in the 4th inning. He scored as a part of that 4-run top of the 4th for the Timberwolves that really helped extend this game and made it go from 5-2 to 9-2 back in the 4th.
Yeah, that was the inning where everyone was getting on base. Everyone was getting hits, and that was the inning that ended up chasing Jake Walker from the game and brought in McQuivy. And McQuivy
on that ball's hit right through the gap between first and second. And Tennyson Pay has his second hit of the day. And that is a single through the right side.
Beautiful piece of hitting there, able to keep his hands through on that pitch and send it right through the gap. So, as a left-handed hitter, that's usually where you're aiming for, is right in between first and second base, and he got it.
2 outs now and a runner on first for the Timberwolves as the senior Zach Swick steps up to the plate. He takes the ball in the dirt, and nice block there by McAllister to keep it in front of him and to keep the runner on first and make it so that he wasn't able to get over into scoring position there.
Yeah, you don't want to put another person in scoring position. That's just going to be just, insult to injury at this point. So, man, it's been a busy day back there behind the backs for the backstop there for Olsen. Just playing out there like a hockey goalie.
And that pitch is fouled back right over our heads, and that'll bring the count even at 1-1 now.
Zach Swick, the second baseman, has struggled a little bit in this game. He did strike out in the second inning. He did get that sac fly again in the fourth when everyone was scoring in that inning, and he did walk in the fifth.
That ball is lined to center, and the center fielder ranges back, and Dawson Hall makes a nice play there.
Makes the catch for out number 3.
And that is Hall's second catch of the inning. And again, McQuivy with a nice, strong outing. A third consecutive scoreless inning for him there, as there's 1 hit and 1 runner left on base, but no runs score again for the Timberwolves for a third straight inning. And really a nice bounce-back outing for him to see him pitch so well after struggling so much yesterday.
Absolutely. Like, to be able to have a game like this after such a poor outing on Tuesday, like, he's got to get the confidence back up and make him feel good about when his time comes up in the rotation potentially again.
Well, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game. The Tony Basso Auto Group, the Car Guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 2 Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, and Dickerson Automotive. Well, as we head now to the bottom of the 7th here, in this high school baseball game here in Mapleton between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Timpanogos Timberwolves. The T-Wolves lead 9-2, and Maple Mountain will need quite a rally. They'll need at least 7 to keep this game alive.
Absolutely. Tyler Thomas is spinning quite the game there on the mound, and he is still in. He may be going for the complete game here, and why not? He's had quite an outing here. He's definitely been confusing the Golden Eagles bats all game, so hey, why not let him finish this thing off?
He has 7 hits, 2 runs, but really been able to avoid much of the damage throughout this game, and the T-Wolves offense has been able to put up so much firepower. They have quite a big lead here, and Tyler Thomas will look to finish this one off.
Thomas has been helped a lot by his defense, as we've been saying all night. Those 4 double plays absolutely killing a whole bunch of rallies for the Golden Eagles.
And leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles is the freshman third baseman, Cole Rollins. And he takes a strike, getting ahead 0-1. Definitely what Tyler Thomas wants to do here. You got a big lead, throw strikes, make them hit the ball, and earn their way back into this game.
Absolutely. No need to dance around them. Just go right at them.
And that is another strike right down the middle to the freshman, who's 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning to lead off the inning and grounded into a out to the pitcher in the 2nd. And that pitch is low and in the dirt as it brings the count to 1-2.
And Rollins has also had a bit of a rough game over there at third base. Kind of had a couple balls squeak past him, had his coach kind of chew him out a little bit, unfortunately. Like, it's kind of been a rough game here for the freshman.
And he hits a ground ball to second. And a nice play over there by Zach Swick, and he throws it over to the first baseman, Paxton Richards. And that is a quick first out here in the bottom of the 7th for the T-Wolves. Yeah, Rollins had a play over there at third that if he catches that ball, it saves 3 runs back in that 4th inning. Instead, he doesn't make the play. They come up, and the next few guys get hits, and it really breaks this game open.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That's something that you learn. You learn as a freshman. It's like, hey, you're getting these reps in with varsity team, and you're going to learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, really, it's impressive that he's playing as a freshman. At the plate now, the senior designated hitter, Justin Hartman, here with one out now in the bottom of the seventh as the Golden Eagles trail 9-2. And he hits a ground ball to short, and a nice play by Davis Kirby as he throws it over to Paxton Richards again. And that is a quick first two outs here in the bottom of the seventh. And Tyler Thomas looks like he's 1 out away.
He's going to go. It looks like he's going the distance here, Elliot. He's certainly impressed me, that's for sure. He's been able to limit the damage with that great defense behind him, and he's just chucking right along here.
And Orlando Corona, the sophomore left fielder, nicknamed Bo, at the plate. The last hope for the Golden Eagles. He takes ball one outside.
Bo's the wrestler, so if you're going to be fighting, this is the guy that you want fighting for your last out.
It actually looks like we have a pinch hitter at the plate. Excuse us for that. It's Pay at the plate, the senior. He's batting .310 on the year in 35 plate appearances. He has 9 hits and 13 runs. And he fouls that pitch back to bring the count to 1-1. And that fastball is up and away, and that'll bring the count to 2-1 now. Here to Pay.
Obviously wanting to bring in the senior here.
Hey, good opportunity to get him an at bat, you know. The game's not really close, so it's not really a stressful situation for him here, but it's a good opportunity for him to kind of get a chance to get into the game and get an at bat, and hopefully maybe get ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, work on some things, work on the bat, you know, have some time to see a couple pitches, time it up, you know, just kind of get comfortable for that next game.
That was ball 3. It brings the count full here to Pay. And Tyler Thomas strikes him out to end the game. And that is a complete game from Tyler Thomas as he pitches 7 innings, giving up 7 hits and only 2 runs, and a really impressive performance as the Timpanogos Timberwolves take the second game in this series. And we'll be back in a minute. It's a 9-2 final. The Timberwolves beat the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles here on SF17.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Come to Dickerson Automotive for all your car repair and maintenance needs. Now is a great time to make sure your car is ready for these cold winter months. We take the time to get to know you and your car to give you peace of mind. Dickerson Automotive, located way north on Main in Spanish Fork.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
And we are back here on SF17 as we have just finished this 5A Utah High School baseball game between the Timpanogos Timberwolves and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Maple Mountain falling 9-2 today as a great pitching outing from Tyler Thomas today. 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, complete game, only 2 earned runs, and he really was the MVP of today's game, as the Timberwolves were able to win 16-6 yesterday, win again today, and they have another one tomorrow. But from the Maple Mountain side of things, who do you really feel like stood out and played well today?
To me, there was a couple players, but the one that I'm going to point out is Ethan Bergstrom. The junior second baseman was 2 for 3 on the game, had two singles, so certainly got himself on base, put himself in a good opportunity to be able to have an impact in this game. Unfortunately, they were getting tons of outs in this game, double plays all over the place, but Bergstrom certainly did his part on the offensive side of things and on the defensive side of things. My play of the game definitely goes to him. He was able to range out way out into right field and able to catch one that I thought the right fielder was going to call him off, but somehow Ethan came up with that play, so hats off to him. He's my MVP on the side for Maple Mountain.
Yeah, tomorrow, if the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles are going to bounce back and win one of these 3 in the series, you really expect that Roberts and Bergstrom are going to have big games. But really the key behind today's game was, I think, the number 4. 4 double plays for that Maple Mountain hit into. 4 hit batters by the Maple Mountain pitchers in the big inning in the 4th. 4 runs by the T-Wolves extended the lead from 5-2 to 9-2. So those four fours really hurt the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles today.
Quite a foursome, you could say.
Well, they have another one tomorrow, but we'll be back on air on SF-17 next Monday as the Spanish Fork Dons play the Lehigh Pioneers here on SF-17 Sports. That game will be Monday, May 7th, next Monday at 3:30 p.m. So feel free to tune in to that game, as it'll obviously be a good one, as Spanish Fork has really been impressive in region play so far.
They absolutely have been, and this is a key game here against the Pioneers. If the Dons are able to come out strong in this particular series, get themselves set up nicely for the playoffs, this is just a really key series for them. Look for some great pitching and hopefully some timely hitting for the Dons.
Yeah, Don's 8-1 in the region so far this year. Only 1 loss to Orem, and if they can keep winning, they're going to have that 1 seed in the region. They'll be set up nicely for the state tournament in a few weeks. Well, it was a fun one today.
It was. It may have been a bit of a barn burner on the side of the Timberwolves, but this was a beautiful day. I've got a nice tan from everything. It was a beautiful day to be out in the ballpark. There may have been an L for Maple Mountain, but hey, it was still a great day to be out here at the ballpark and be watching. I wish I was playing, but watching some baseball.
Yeah, Tuesday, Timpanogos jumped out 11-1 after 2 innings, so you kind of had the idea that it could be a blowout. But while this game was 9-2, it was close for quite a while. Maple Mountain came out much stronger today. They were able to keep it close, and then until, like I said, in that 4th inning when Timpanogos was able to put up 4 runs and extend their lead from 5-2 to 9-2, that really was able to kind of put away this game and put away the hopes for the Golden Eagles in this one.
Absolutely. Those double plays really killed Maple Mountain's bats. If you have some of those double plays back, you maybe get a couple more of those runs. Maybe they get a rally going and make the game a little bit more competitive. But hats off to the Timberwolves. Hats off to Tyler Thomas, who had a phenomenal game.
Well, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning into today's game here on SF-17 Sports. Between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Timpanogos Timberwolves, 9-2, the Timberwolves win over the Golden Eagles. For Elliot Sharfs, Andrew LaRose, and our fantastic Spanish Fork 17 crew, we thank you for tuning in. Tune in next Monday as the Dons from Spanish Fork take on the Lehigh Pioneers at 3:30. Have a nice day.